What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew here. The Vecna.
Ooh, really extended it out on that one.
Eva Broad.
That one was the most like
that was good. That was good.
Eva Broad.
Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. What announcements you got for us, Baddie?
I will be at MagicCon Las Vegas. I have a cool show called Spell Table IRL with myself, Ames, Pool Shark, and Olivia Gober Hicks from Commander at Home. That is going to be, I believe, on Saturday. I don't remember. It's on the website. You can find it there. I'll have a meet and greet Friday at 12:30 if you want to come by, say hi. I'm also an ambassador for Final Fantasy and Magic the Gathering. So if any cool cards you want to show off, I will have a few show off and probably give away too. Other than that, we're gonna move on. I got nothing.
My new TTRPG aired this past Tuesday. It's Batman and it's amazing, and we have incredible guests and cast, and it's all for charity as always. Tuesday, 12 p.m. PT at twitch.tv/Wounded Warrior Project. And
I am Batman.
Where is she?
I hope we get to meet him.
What'd you say that name?
Emmy. Hi, everybody.
Why did you say that name?
Not much. Also, we'll be at MagicCon Las Vegas. And I guess I can officially announce it. It is on the website. Myself and Stella Luna will be co-doing a meet and greet together, focusing on BIPOC creators in the space. And also just to the newbies in the space, because a lot of us are still new to Magic the Gathering as a whole. So super excited to put some faces to names to faces, whatever you say. And there's something else that we're planning, but I don't think we can announce it yet, so I won't. Yeah, that's me.
Cool.
Ted.
Just had a lot of different videos coming out covering a variety of different topics. Everything from laser engraving and laser cutting to got a 3D printing video coming out probably this weekend. Stuff covering old stuff, going back reviewing the classes about a year since we originally saw them in their final form. Yeah, I got a giveaway going on. I got a bunch of stuff going on here on the channel. Yeah, and apparently breaking into becoming a children's author. So, we'll see how that goes.
Wizard shit.
Mm.
I'm going to be at Vegas MagicCon, and I forgot to send in any of my stuff, so I think I'm just going to be there. I totally forgot to respond to that email. Yeah,
I'm only showing up for one day, so I'm just gonna play Magic in a lobby and then drive back home.
Oh, I love that. I love it. I'll be doing the same. I'll be floating around and hyping everybody up, hanging out in the middle of the room. Yeah, because I don't think I'm gonna have the meet and greet I signed up for because I didn't send the time in. So, but I'll be there. Hey, we love it. Yeah. Other than that,
Flawless.
Just snubbing Flawless on purpose.
Oh, Flawless is Flawless is here. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were still waiting. Oh, hey, I'm glad you could show up to D&D.
I gave everyone fair one.
I'm crying.
I said I got a work thing. I'll be in around 10. But you know what? I will fall on the sword. Yes, I'm late, but I got nothing.
It's the fair warning.
Also, Baddie, Kalthorr's picture for me on Foundry is your face.
It's me. I don't know how to change that. It just is.
So precious. Happy puppet.
Yeah, hey, I don't know how it happened, but it's a mixture of multiple things there. But that's what we got.
Like, I look at my player configuration, it shows the picture of Kalthorr. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't mind it.
Luckily, they're similar enough. Get big. We need to pick up where we left off last week.
Oh.
You guys putting a plan together to check on the affairs of Neverwinter. Targeting first the secondary distribution building that was creating the cider from the Vecna tainted apples. Upon arriving, you guys found out that this facility not only was no longer in production, but basically had become a buffet for Koss and his hordes, as the life had been drained out of almost all of the individuals inside, except for a room that seemed to be rattling with the undead. Quickly finding out that not only is the city compromised in the way of these apples, but the entire clergy and temple of Ogma seemingly has been replaced, as all of the undead inside were wearing their robes, just like the first prophecy that you ran into with Jurat replacing his own brother. Coming back with that somber news, you guys headed back to the keep in the Obsidian Belay, only to have Kana come running out with a distressed call that something is very, very wrong with Davik and the Godfist, revealing on the inside that there is a broken piece of the Rod of Seven Parts inside of the Godfist. You pick back up in that exact spot tonight.
For clarification's sake, clearly stress, panic, red button, Davik's a bomb. But Davik has been up to this point moving around fine. Being someone who is a tinkerer, who is about the minute details of a piece versus, you know, a smithy who's doing the bulk of things, someone who understands those specificities. Looking at the Godfist now, does it feel like the timer just went down extremely for us and things are about to be kaboom soon if something happens? Or does it seem like we just need to now be cautious? Can I kind of ascertain, get a feeling of what is our immediate problem?
What are you using to ascertain this?
I have Tinker's tools. I have...
Oh, do you want to touch it with your
stuff.
Tinker's tools?
Why would you say that?
I think you do. Nope.
I guess
don't do it.
So before, listen, I am not just gonna go touch a random thing and have a god freeze my brain. Please, no.
What a boring
I guess starting with my eyes, okay? Starting with my freaking eyes. Does it seem like the stakes just got immediately real? Is something about to happen?
Go ahead and roll 20.
I don't like this. Just a d20.
Yeah, just your eyes. Yeah, just roll a d20.
Eight. Why is that? What? Oh, it went away. It was like invisible. That was weird. It was like just a shadow. Anywho, just on the.
We've had that break at GCX that happened where we had shadow dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's a good time. That's a good time. Okay, with a 9.
With just not adding anything, just a 9.
Yeah, this was just a visual to see if you rolled a natural 20 or not.
Fair.
It is a complex ancient machine that is out of the realm of anything that you've ever seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Davik has been punching mountains and hasn't exploded. But also, this machine is now being essentially forced open and exposed.
Yeah, the variables have changed.
You said
by
Tana.
Tana.
Tana is manipulating this with her multi-use tool.
Her multi-tool.
Multi-purpose tool. Yes.
Okay. Close it. Now.
Wait. Hold. Just bear with me. And I'm gonna walk up. Is Davik just holding the arm out? Tana's not touching it. Nothing.
Yeah.
Tana has the multi-purpose tool out, and there is a Tesla-style arc to this thing that is currently manipulating it.
Is Davik's real hand just kind of there with it around it, or is it completely engulfed? You said it had opened up in ways.
Dude, it looks so puny in there. It hasn't had to lift on its own, so it's just a little pale. Yeah, it looks like he's been skipping leg day. It's a
just a charge.
Can I see? Is his hand out?
oh,
as well?
and it's charred. Ooh, it's like Darkman style in there. Oh,
Is his hand exposed as well?
yeah.
I would like to slowly reach out to Davik's hand, not the God Fist. His hand.
Just my offhand.
Yeah, just your the hand that's in the God Fist. That if it's not encapsulated anymore, that the charred husk, if you will. Not the God Fist itself. If it's exposed enough.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Cool.
while holding on to him there, can I, whether that be perception, investigation, can I feel anything radiating from him? Whether that be reaching inside using my Planeswalker spark, do I feel a similar energy? That explosive, that pulsating.
His arm feels a little cold and clammy. But other than that, it feels like a normal hand. You do not feel a presence of energy. And you have to imagine that if there was, that may be what is going through the arc and the multi-purpose tool right now. As Davik, you are not able to manipulate the God Fist at the moment, while Tana is.
Okay. What is it? I just wanted to see if it was connected to him. If it was more than just that, or if it was within him as well.
You would feel his it wouldn't be completely empty in that case. You would feel his elementalism that flows through him. You would feel his energy that is distinctively his from his discipline, but you wouldn't feel the power of the God Fist.
That's what I was looking for, to see if it was more intimately like intertwined with him versus attached to him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Good call out.
So you just feel like the power that's within me as a monk, but not the augmentation that comes from the God.
All right, we can remove his arm if we have to.
No.
You have to.
Tana, what's happening?
I don't exactly know. But I am very concerned that you punch things with this. Very concerned that you punch things with this.
It's kind of my thing.
Yeah, but you punch things with your other hand that doesn't have this too. And you do just fine.
So what do we do? What do we do? How do
You need to tell me. I'm sorry, this is not what I'm proficient at. You need to tell me how you attach this in the first place. I'm not trying to take it off. I'm trying to figure out how it becomes stable.
I didn't do it. I found it. I found it and there was it was a cave. Gosh. It's kind of, and as he's saying this, he'll kind of look to Theodore. I found it and it just picked me. Next thing everything went black, and then this thing was on me, and then everything was burning.
You found this in a cave. Hold, Davik. Would you like to make yourself in a less stressful position? This is not, there's no role required for this. This is just you reminding you of things that you can do.
Yeah. Knowing the warning that's been giving of like staying calm. And hearing that this is a bomb, I will do whatever I can to calm myself.
If you would like to put your body in a meditative state to remain there, and you may astral project yourself next to your body to communicate, to not have to worry about maintaining both your physical presence of holding and being essentially interrogated right now while this process is going on. This is within your toolkit to do. No roll necessary.
For sure. So I'll just wait. You said I need to remain calm. Just give me a moment. And then I'll begin to center myself and see if I can pull myself out of myself.
What does it look like when you separate from your body in front of everybody else in this scenario? The last time, the first time that it happened, it too was a dramatic experience. But this is under your own will and control, even if it is a scenario that is a little bit scary.
Yeah. So there's that frantic energy of just like, you've seen this before from Davik. He's getting worked up, but then just a deep, calm breath. And as I exhale, he'll grab the necklace that he wears around his neck with the charred leaf encased in amber. And close his eyes, and just with that exhale, you will just see him disassociate, and then little mist drop would start to form outside of him as he forms his astral self.
That's one way to do it.
Can you guys see me?
It's weird. Davik's quiet now. I wonder where he is.
Hello?
Remy is going to walk over, and he's going to flash a smile back at Egrik. He's right here. He's right here. He just needs to. It ain't speak louder. It's just you need to speak in a different channel. And Remy's going to put his hand on your shoulder, and you guys will see his spiritual essence, which is going to be a mixture of all of the elements in his like humanoid form, but he is a swirling elemental mass of all of those different types of which he wields.
Oh,
Okay.
Very
Then I
cool.
guess Egrik came out of the cave. She wasn't out yet.
Oh yeah. my,
Oh no, I've been here for everything. Oh, what's happening?
my man, my man.
Okay, I'm caught up.
I love Sam.
I've only done this one other time. It can. Oh, this is weird.
Isaiah looks to Tana, again, very to the point, not showing a lot of emotion. We can't ask the kid to just not use that damn thing, so what do we do next? Let's put our heads together.
I know.
Well, it hasn't blown up yet.
I just, all I remember is searching for this, only I didn't know what it was. And now that I'm trying to remember it, I can't remember.
You can't remember. Okay, don't want to touch you because you might, again, blow up.
Yeah.
There's just images. There's a cave. There's a dragon. And fire. And next thing I know, this was a part of me, and I tried. I've not seen my hand in years. I've not felt human touch on this skin until just now.
Well, we've talked about it before. I don't know if now's the time, but about trying to figure out what's going on with those memories and see if there's remnants or things that can be pieced back together to figure out exactly what happened. I don't know if the current situation is the time to do that, but more information may be of use.
I wish I could help you more, but I mean, what does Donna, what does knowing where this came from, like what do you need?
Anything. Can anyone help him unlock his memories? This could end everything that you fought for now by an accident of knowledge that we don't know.
Hey, RoBear. It's not on the current character sheet because we just haven't been able to, touch a bunch of things, but
Sounds like you need to send me a DM.
You're right. I'm in my flawless era.
Oh man, he's catching strays in the game. He's catching strays out of the game. All my dude's trying to do is just go to the gym, man. Just trying to become a better me.
It was on the old one. We just had to put over. Either way, Isaiah can mind siphon and look into his brain.
I know somebody else who can get to his brain.
Yeah, I can do it in a less invasive way than that too.
We're not eating
Just a
people.
bite, like a little nibble. It's a snack.
Well, technically, I need to.
No
bite
one's
you,
eating
but...
my brain.
No.
Well,
Right.
No, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
Okay.
Crying.
Razor said,
Oh no.
That is better.
But yeah, I could force a save, and if he fails, I can discern his thoughts and dig deeper to see if I can look at some things. I know there's also like we have other people who can do thought things too, but
I think that you guys have multiple ways of doing this with different degrees of
Intrusion.
Yeah, how to say it? Different degrees of intrusion and different levels of general welfare and safety.
I can cast Detect Thoughts. That is a non-invasive procedure.
Pause. Last time you went somewhere into someone's space, we had a god looking at us. So
Yeah,
wrong.
correct. No, that was commune. That was commune.
Whatever.
That was different. And things have changed since then.
Then also above board, the mind siphon is essentially a detect thoughts plus extra.
Sure.
But we can do either. It doesn't matter yet. But
I
we do
have a
have options.
straw, Egrik,
Oh my god.
through the ear. Just look.
For
We'll
you
flirt.
only.
Davik, you won't feel anything. You're astral wizard.
It's like a lobotomy.
Don't mess with my body
Wait,
Your body's not gonna be touched, I promise.
or my brain.
Not my character figuring this out before my brain actually did.
Davik, one of us got to look inside. Clearly, you don't know, so we need to figure this out.
I'm just preferable. I've seen what Egrik does. No offense, Egrik, but just
That's fine. That's fine. We don't need to eat your damn brain. Either let Theo look inside, let me look inside. Pick one.
well, we were going to do that, and then just stuff kept happening. Yes, Mr. Theodore, please help me.
All right. Okay. I will then see. Cast spell.
Now,
Yes.
do you want to work in conjunction with Isaiah, or do you want to go this alone and magic based?
Okay. So, in my immediate response is having somebody else here is probably better. But what are we looking at mechanically 2v1 on this situation if I can know that ahead of time? Because I imagine two heads are better than one.
I also think it can be Isaiah keeps the focus while Theo digs deep. Isaiah's the nurse, Theo's the doctor.
Alternatively, I could be a nurse. I'll hold the straw.
I'm
Egrik.
crying.
I'm quite literally your cleric.
Okay, so you want to maintain surface thoughts so that Theodore can probe deeper.
So we're
All right.
focusing on two separate aspects.
All right. I like this. Okay, so first off, that approach in itself, DC is going to be lowered by 2 points.
Love that.
What if we add the brain juice now? Like,
Stick the straw in the side.
We'll go the other side. You guys go one way. We'll meet in the middle.
Brain stuff.
Hurt.
Okay.
Before you go too far down your rabbit hole, I will ask this question. And I don't know if it was just a haha thing, because it's right as we ended. But there was right before we ended, as I was putting those dice away, I did roll that natural 20, and you said we gotta honor it. I don't know if you were kidding or not, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyway.
You did say
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if that makes your life easier for figuring anything out, I would like to use it to not accidentally vegetabilize
don't do that, 'cause you know Foundry hates me. You rotted and rancid piece of baloney.
To be honest.
Okay, can I speak? Sorry.
Yes, please.
Thank you. So consume mine isn't the worst thing because I literally learned everything about his past.
Yeah, but it consumes it. Sam.
Yeah, a nibble. That's what we did for the World War Spring too. I didn't eat all that. It's always been a little bite. With the straw, it's mainly just brain juice.
Unfortunately, no. It will.
Davik will now be
Lose all motor
left-handed,
functions.
and he'll
It's
speak
fine.
French.
Let's speak French. Get out of
Je ne
here.
parle pas français.
Oui, oui,
Oh.
Mr. Theodore. Oui, oui.
Oh God.
How much you been
Slot,
playing
can I
Claire
have a
Obscure?
baguette, please? Por favor?
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, if y'all want an easier way, maybe not for you, Davik, but for everyone else, let me know. She's gonna.
It does say of another creature's corpse, if I recall. Is
That
the
doesn't say
specific?
can't be undead.
Just
I mean,
saying.
hey,
There's a distinction there.
Yeah, doesn't
Okay,
corpse
fine,
not have to
animate
be
dead.
dead?
Hey, I was very young when I saw that scene in when Hannibal Lecter sat down and ate that dude's brain. All right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still traumatized.
Staying at my grandparents' house, and I got in trouble.
That one.
A lot of it makes sense.
Grandparents' house. That makes sense.
Yo. Okay. That natural 20. It's in your pocket.
Okay. Okay.
You can deploy it when you want to on this adventure.
Okay.
We're going to start with you, Isaiah.
Mhm.
We're going to have you make this ability check. This mind siphon that comes from you. Where does that power come from?
There's always been a dichotomy between darkness and light with Isaiah. But it's more the part of him that wants life and the part of him that understands the monster. This ability formed when he was accepting that he isn't good. He isn't not a monstrous individual. A vampiric ability manifesting when it needed to. So it comes from that monstrous side, the side that currently is forefront for him after the event at Barovia. He has been sticking to radiance and truth for a while. Not necessarily any longer.
Okay. I want you to make your spell attack roll.
Spell attack roll. Okay, I see you. Maybe use any cards.
Yes, cards are on the table.
Cards on the table. I am absolutely okay because I am now worried I'm going to get in that one. So I'm just going to take my advantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have to burn that. You and Theo are working this together. You guys have advantage.
Oh, sleigh bells.
Love that.
Okay, so we're going to start here, and then I have innate features that I can use depending on what I need. Okay, we will go here. And we will go advantage. That's all right. You're gonna ignore that completely.
Whoa.
Or do the first two. I need to turn it off.
Thankfully, the one is the third.
Yeah, the 17 is the first.
Take that off. There you go. My dice are still dark, so I might have to refresh. But the first one is a 17, so it would make it a 37.
All right.
I can also add stuff if I need to.
This is a very odd situation to be in. Your auxiliary, your material body is in this meditative state. Two of your best friends are around you performing psychic surgery you feel Isaiah's presence. It is calming, and it is almost as if you guys are back when you trained so long ago, when you teleported yourself to races. There is a comfort in knowing that Isaiah has your back right now. He's there. You can talk to him. He is holding your thoughts stable.
Based on what Kalthorr did, touching him won't mess anything up with the Godfist, correct?
No, he's already laid down the line for you that it is not.
Great.
It is not affecting the scenario. Tana has it controlled with the multi-use tool.
Great.
Currently.
Fair. Isaiah will just have gone to Davik's body, hand on shoulder, and he is intently staring into your body's eyes, and his bright red eyes have now turned a almost violet purple as he is staring.
Theodore.
And I will say there's blood slightly pouring from both of our eyes.
All right.
Question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to use this natural 20
Uh-huh.
on the initial probe to go deeper into Davik's mind?
You said we have advantage because we're working together, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to save it for not the initial probe. I'm going to save it for what I imagine. My headcanon is that if Davik's mind is a bunch of chains of memories, get a little Kingdom Hearts going in there, and they're all shattered and broken, that we're going to be like piecing these chains back together. And that seems a lot more difficult than just getting into his mind. So I'm going to save it for the reconstructive work.
All right.
The initial probing, I think we'll hope to rely on the advantage.
Just rolling that 20 here.
Well, then that's the plan.
Easy.
Is that a spell attack roll for me?
That is a spell attack roll at advantage.
Baby. Go through? No?
I hear the sound. Oh,
There they
it
go.
is.
Oh!
Wrong way.
1
Okay.
and a
Silver
16.
bars. Godfist, no.
Theo,
Mm-hmm. Yep, ignore it.
it is worse than you expected when you begin to initially dive in to his memories. They aren't scattered. They're not broken.
Okay.
I need you to roll an arcane check, an arcana check.
Okay. Is this at advantage as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay, here we go. There's 1. And oh, there's 2. 5 and a 6. That's about a 28.
I need to roll a history check for me now.
Okay. Just run it all over. Is this an advantage as well? We're running all over the intelligence spectrum here.
Yes, and you can use your where do you get your Strixhaven dice from?
Oh yeah, my book, my college textbook.
Yes. What is that? Does that come on just intelligence ability checks or what?
It is specifically nature and arcana.
Okay, awesome.
So
awesome.
it was on the arcana check. If we want to apply it to this history check,
add a 1d4 to this history check.
Okay, so just d4 in the situational.
Potentially. Also, I had to restart my Foundry, so nothing's gonna pop up for me for a second. Because I'm in the brain. Along with him. I have tactical assessment, which gives me a superiority die on, I believe it's history and investigation. Could I give him that superiority die?
No, because this one specifically pertains to what he may have learned as a young wizard.
No worries.
Sure.
Worries. I want to ask.
Good thought,
that
though.
Often, so I'm like, can I use it?
Yeah.
But, yep.
29. There is a symbol that keeps reappearing over and over again. I want you to describe what it looks like seeing essentially protected or essentially locked down memories. What does this look like to you before I describe the symbol?
Sure. Well, this is definitely an interesting scenario. Definitely, as we said, not what I was expecting to find when we poked into someone that seems to be relatively calm on the surface. But yeah, I imagine if we're going to continue with this concept of like, links or, sort of timelines, sort of memory kind of continuing through, I imagine it's just going to be like probably, I don't know, the first thing that came to my mind is like a have a heart rat trap. You know what I'm talking about? Like with the shut gates on either side, just closed off. So you can see there's something in there, but you can't get access to it.
Oh,
I don't know why. That's the first thing my brain went to. I have no idea.
I love that.
Ignore this roll. I'm just seeing if it's working again.
All right. Towards this trap, you keep seeing a symbol that you recall from your studies.
Mm-hmm.
It's an orb. But it also spirals into what is almost like a center star that illuminates with a kind of electricity.
Interesting. Yeah, I will, as we're kind of going through this, there's no downside to just kind of narrating what I'm seeing as I'm moving through. So, I'll be definitely, obviously, for Isaiah to be aware of but even anybody else who's listening, just what I'm seeing as I'm sort of probing deeper into his mind, this persistent symbol that seems to be everywhere, and things are, it's a mess in here.
And what's the symbol? Sorry, I think I missed that.
It's on the tip of his tongue, but he hasn't hit the DC.
Yeah, I can describe kind of what it looks like to you. As we said, it's an orb with sort of spiraling down and sort of, I think, electricity coming off of it. But I can't.
As he's describing this, I'm assuming I'm there to hear. Can I mean, it's my brain.
You're literally standing next to Theodore in this, Isaiah is there, kind of like at the front door, Theodore is past the front door, and you're there. It's like a guided tour. This is Cribs, your brain.
Gotcha. So I'm in with Theodore. Can I see if seeing the symbol jogs anything in me that I might recognize, hearing about it, learning about it, or anything?
Roll a history check straight up. Also, Egrik and Kalthorr, you guys are getting this entire feed through your psychic connection. You're able to deliver this. Everybody's experiencing this together.
Do I recognize the symbol?
Yeah, I was going to ask if any of us have seen the symbol before.
Yes, anyone can roll a history check.
Oh yeah, I'm so good at history as a barbarian.
Yeah, I would imagine.
9.
I'm also.
How fitting.
That's funny. I'm going to actually do a superiority die.
I'm getting ready with my sword to
-1.
chop his arm off. I'm just watching him, not paying attention.
What's my superiority right now?
We don't know much about geometry.
No, I got it out of the way now. Okay, I got it out of the way.
That is funny. Sorry.
Good thing it wasn't the check to stick the straw in his ear.
Just jam that thing in there.
Waiting for it.
I'm going to add a D10 to this with my superiority.
It's like the magician that stabs the nail through the glass pane, and then you hear it shatter, and they're like, "Huh, that's
Oops.
oh, that's not supposed to happen."
And then I'm going to use my tactical mind to roll an additional. $31 in total.
Isaiah, I don't think this is a symbol that you have encountered.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you something.
Okay.
I think it would be best if we just go ahead and share with the classroom what that looks like before we even go any further. Actually, you know what? This is even better. We're going to put it right there where it's hanging out at.
Nice. Okay. Like, scoot all the way over to see.
Oh God, Davik's an Uchiha.
I was thinking the same.
He's unlocked his Sharingan. That was his third eye all along.
That was the third eye all along.
He truly has maximum forehead.
There is something very ancient and very powerful that hides within this symbol.
Mm.
You feel the gravity of the scenario. And in this case, I'm going to let you jog Theodore's mind since you hit the DC. What does Isaiah think when he initially sees this?
The striations coming from the point in the middle, the circularity of it, it feels like an eye. The swirling, like, connected dots feels like planets. It feels like something planar. There's like a star in the middle. Yeah, it feels like almost like an elder evil.
And when you say that, Theodore, you realize that this is a symbol of the Red Wizards of Thay.
Oh no! Oh,
Add him to the list, baby. Add him to the list.
We got to deal with Favian.
That's fine.
We haven't dealt
I
with
can punch
just
wizards.
We haven't dealt with a straight up lich yet.
We
Yeah,
actually
that's
haven't. We really haven't dealt with like a true spellcaster.
What does that mean? Are they friendly?
No. No.
I think if anything, as he's looking at this, I feel there's like obviously everybody's looking into it, but there's almost like a 3-point psychic connection. Staring at Davik, like eyes look over at Theo, and I immediately go into his mind. Like, you know this, I don't.
Yeah. I wish I didn't.
Wait, how did they get in my brain?
I don't. Oh man. Well, I guess we're gonna. Who did you encounter? Who did you meet? Because this has got their work written all over it.
There's Ipa, there's Reza, and then
When he says Ipa, because I am focused on surface thoughts, is she wearing red?
Ooh. Oh no.
Is she a red wizard?
not to my I don't know her to be a red wizard.
You also don't remember shit. So
On-
we're trying to.
so, like,
we are knocking
on the-
things off the list.
On the surface, Ipa does not appear to be a red wizard of Thay.
No, Ipa.
So cool.
Could have been fun.
But there's. I feel like there's someone else. I can't remember their name.
Okay, you also said on the surface.
We are doing surface thoughts. So.
You're digging deeper, though.
Yeah, I know. Well, now there's a whole nother level of barbed wire to skirt around here.
So, just to be clear and recant, you think you remember discovering the God Fist inside of a cavern somewhere in the north.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Uh-huh.
Wait, no.
Oh
No.
Okay. Anyway.
No, wait, is it? I hate this.
Is it what?
I'm going to a Faerun map right now. I'm like, is Fae Northern? I'm like, hold up.
By the way, just a reminder that the Ring of Winter is also dangerously close to this broken piece of the Rod of Seven Parts.
How many
Yeah,
nukes
yeah.
did you give me, RoBear?
That's fine.
Jeez.
Oh, since you called it God Fist, I've just had a heyday. Yeah, any player that's willing to sit down and tell me they have an item they don't know what it is and they call it the God Fist is going to receive the business.
Yes.
So-
I would have it not have it any other way.
We just happen to
So
be in a
like I
campaign
said-
that involves everyone who's ever existed. So I've had a lot of fun with this.
We just kind of shake him up a little bit, and then we kick him into the demon web pits, and then we let him nuke Lulth. That's all I'm saying.
Sparta
Drizzt,
kick 'em.
Drizzt will join our party. We just got rid of his biggest enemy, #1. He's on the team. We get Drizzt instead of Davik. You know, it works out.
Do I get to play Drizzt?
You get a He's got a companion animal too. Like it's just
like
tradesies. That's all.
Oh. Theodore,
Uh-huh.
for the first time in your career,
Mm-hmm.
you've encountered yourself engaged with Red Wizard Arcana, blocking you from your mission.
Mm-hmm.
How do you proceed?
Well, we're here to do a mission.
Oh.
I'm I guess I'm going to attempt to dismantle this block. That's how. So realistically, like, I know it's just an absolute disaster. His mind is just a shattered and messed up place. I'm impressed that he's been able to function as well as he has so far.
Like I said, it's not shattered.
Well, correct, but it's blocked off in places.
It is very purposely organized and locked area.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go.
Compartmentalization.
Yeah. Right.
It's as if none of this has anything to do with Davik himself or things he's experienced.
Okay.
Yeah.
This feels distinctively related to interacting with this device.
Well,
Now that's another question. Because I assume that obviously Isaiah didn't know anything about the Thavian, didn't know the iconography of like the wizard's parts. But once we realize it's Thavian, is the God Fist itself like the way it's made? Does it? We know that there were like dwarves associated with like Icewind Dale and the God Fist, but like does it seem like there's also touches of Thay on the fist itself, or just the magic that is binding it? I know that's a weird question to ask.
No, it is Arcana that is inside of
Inside, it's not
the God
physical.
Fist. The God Fist is the human solution of compartmentalizing these items that are inside of it.
Understood. Thank
Got
you.
it.
That is how only reason that Tana is able to maintain control to where you can interact with the items, and you are currently only interacting with the broken piece.
right.
The Ring of Winter is separate from this locked interaction.
Is there more pockets? What else does Davik got in his
Turns out the
pocket?
God Fist was his bag of holding all along.
The last episode of this campaign, that's how you get it back. You're able to just,
It's
you
just
can
like,
now, you can now store up to 4 items inside of the God Fist.
So there's 2 more in it. He said 4. There's 2 more.
That's wild.
All right. We gotta fix this before Davik's arm turns into a Herodric cube and fuses them all together.
I'll cut it off before then. Sorry, Davik, but you can punch
That's fair.
left-handed.
I feel like you're really locked into this cutting my arm off idea, Mr. Kalthorr. And
Well, I like not dying.
All right. We're going for I guess we'll go for the lock, the first lock, or how, I don't know how it functionally is set up, but we're going in to try to clear this space.
Okay, so you go to interact with this Thavian lock.
I do.
Before you make any roll, there is a holographic arcane projection.
Okay.
There's a read.me.
Oh. I'm gonna do the thing that nobody does. I think I'm gonna read the README doc and see what it says.
It depicts a scene of civil war
Okay.
and shows you 2 different factions of Thayans.
Okay.
It shows you, in particular, one faction negotiating with a large pit fiend.
Mm-hmm.
And in addition to this pit fiend, Asmodeus.
Uh-huh.
You see a massive temple. From your studies, no check required on this. Pretty popular place. You see the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Add it to the list.
Back to the list.
Long, dude.
Okay.
You see
Are we dealing with the damn
images
princess?
of the Bloodgate Keep. You see images of a very powerful lich negotiating with them. A Thavian lich. And you see plots and a plan of opening up a portal. One of which has amassed a massive army of Thayan soldiers behind it. You see another faction. This faction is in Chult.
Oh no. Yep. Continue, please.
And they are in the heart of Umtao.
Okay.
And you see that they are on a quest to destroy the legendary device known as Soulmonger. You see that device is firmly held by another demi-lich. One that you also recognize from your studies.
Don't say it.
Say it. Say it.
Asarak.
Oh, freak.
Awful.
And
That's so
just
bad.
out of curiosity, is there a tomb that he's into? A different tomb?
Yes.
Does it look annihilating?
Oh wow.
No, that's Mortal Kombat.
What you see is not just one image of this. You see it run through the multiverse. You see multiple factions winning on different timelines. And between all of them, it seems to have involved gaining access to the Ring of Winter. You see images of Artist Simber either successfully leaving Chult with the ring. You see him sometimes captured by the Frost Giants. You see him sometimes captured by the Thayans. You see it sometimes sherped back to the north and hidden in the deepest of caverns. And then you see the most unsettling. Tendrils of the whispers beginning to flood through all of the timelines. You look back and you see one timeline, there are the Thayan soldiers and the undead army of the Whispered One. What you now know is even past timelines, Vecna is now manipulating for ease of use, convenience, and to bolster his cause. He is making deals both on the current timeline, timelines that do not exist, and past timelines. And you don't know which faction of Thayans have put this arcane symbol down.
Just make sure you guys, everybody's getting this. Just not just me.
Yeah,
Everybody, you
this
can all enjoy in the terror that is the realizations that are happening here. Just for the hell of it, that pit fiend, the beginning, that was there with as day. But I don't recognize that guy, did I? From like a previous interaction.
With a circle.
Maybe. Curiosity.
Looked kind of like this behind me.
Oh, man. Does it look stunningly familiar?
Of course it does.
Wait, the Baylor?
But or whatever, yeah, or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was.
The thing that Baddie touched when he shouldn't have?
Yeah, that thing.
Oh,
yeah.
hell.
Yeah, connect them all.
On the outside.
Stack up that list, baby.
It is before
Round
it
two, baby.
becomes a Baylor.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
It is the past.
Great, cool, great. Davik, we cutting off your arm, fam. Like, at this point, Kalthorr.
I can build you a new one, honestly.
Dead ass.
I just want to remind everyone that's the README file. just set that out there.
Open the application. We read it. Now you double click, right? You don't.
We got past the firewall, so.
Hey, we have a pocket at 20.
I will remind everyone we don't know who put this up. Which one of the factions. None of them are great. Just throw that out there. They're still red wizards, but it sounds like, Davik, it's your brain. But it sounds like the group consensus here is to go ahead and try to remove the lock and open up everything.
Well, we need the other half of the piece. They clearly, I would assume, have the other gauntlet.
Listen, this is a group decision and heavily
offense,
favoring
Theodore,
Davik.
but I want to punch a wizard.
That's fine. I get that.
The mission comes first.
Arm comes second.
All right, yeah.
We're not getting my arm, Mr. Kalthorr. I'm sorry.
We're
Yeah.
Really quickly, above board, taking off the Thavian, I mean, obviously we don't know, but taking off the Thavian lock allows us to do what?
It's Davik's memory of this device.
Gotcha.
Information,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
We don't have another piece to find right now. We're waiting on that from.
Yeah, we have half of it here.
From
Dritz, and we have half a piece, and clearly there's another half for us.
Yeah. Okay, great. I was like, what is this doing? Is this like, is it the red wire? Energy.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, great.
All right, we're doing it. We're going in. We're trying to dispel the lock or open it up or whatever the.
Let me know where you want me to pry. I'll.
Yeah.
Actually, two things. One, Isaiah is going to try to keep Davik's focus so nothing starts messing with Locky issues, but also Kalthorr Hoden, just in case. I ain't that
Davik,
strong.
I'm not gonna rip your arm off yet. I'm just gonna
I can
shoulders.
do hold monster if you want.
Oh, I like that way more.
Actually, wouldn't be the worst thing.
No, that's a great idea.
I'm ignoring all of this and I'm focusing on the mission was first. We're doing the thing. I'm going for the lock.
We're just making sure that the
Egrik's watching
football
intently. I will
doesn't
cast
also
it.
mess up.
Just a question before we proceed.
I'm trying,
all of that
RoBear.
imagery, in all of that imagery, was there like, where was the God Fist in all of that? Like,
Nowhere.
or was it even there? Okay.
This is
Hasn't been made yet.
this is interacting with specifically that broken piece of the rod.
Okay.
There just happened to be more information on the rod or the Ring of Winter in this hologram.
Yeah,
You
this
aren't
is like a
interacting
hidden
with it.
file.
Like, you just happen to get more information of why these items have been adjacent. Chalk that up to some good fortune.
Yeah, somebody didn't uncheck the hidden files in this code, and there was a folder with history.doc over here.
And
It's
today, okay.
it's as if the Ring of Winter is almost a casualty of the scenario.
Yeah, I was like, today it feels like we haven't actually truly learned why the God Fist was formed itself. Now we're trying to figure out why all these pieces have come together to form the God Fist. It's a lot of small parts.
Man,
Right.
red wizards are evil, dude. It's .doc. You need to pay for Word to access this file. Come on now.
They're a mageocracy. It's actually .gov.
That's fair.
Either way, I'm just gonna have Isaiah just try to keep his mental focused. So while Theo is playing, unlocking stuff, he's not warbling out of it.
Okay. First question. Is this going to be the check that you use your natural 20 for?
I am heavily considering it. But I also understand that in RoBear games, they usually scale upwards in difficulty. And I'm also assuming I can't get lucky enough to score this 20 and just be like, cool, you're scot-free for the rest of them. Unless that's the case, then I would do that. But I don't know if I can know that information.
20 always, usually.
Yeah.
20 is the auto success if it is a 3-part skill challenge.
Is it a 3-part skill challenge, RoBear?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would very much like to know.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would say this is the time to use it.
Go
All right,
ahead
you know,
and
it's-
go ahead and give me, now that you have you processed this together and you understand where the magic is coming from, go ahead and give me an additional Arcana check with advantage.
Okay.
By the way, the previous DC was 30, of which
Oh,
Isaiah
we were
reached
close.
to be able to help jog your memory.
Ain't that down? I don't know. We never agreed, but I do have expertise in Arcana. I'll throw it out there.
That's my best
I don't know
friend.
if 19s are crits, but I don't know. I'll throw it out there.
Does a 40 hit?
There are 2 skill checks for 2 very different things. There is opening
Mm-hmm.
and getting access to the information,
Mm-hmm.
and then there is stopping the spread of that information into the aether.
Okay. Cool. Well, we're gonna save it for the one where
Yeah.
our whispered buddy doesn't find more information. Okay. Then I guess I'm gonna go. This is the check to unlock.
On the
Yeah.
surface level, you are thinking of, Vecna, but Vecna is the third party to this.
True.
It would be whoever arranged this is going
Yeah.
to immediately know.
Okay. That's fine. I still don't want more people to know.
Yes, no matter
The more
what,
peop-
that's the first proliferation, and it only gets worse down the line.
And listen, I'm living kind of safely under my blanket of mind blank and being protected, but y'all are not. So I can just like Homer Simpson into the bushes out of this one, but you guys aren't getting away.
Wild.
So I will shoot my shot on the unlock check, and I will use the pocket nat 20 for the nobody knows about it check. Cool.
Okay, pocket 20 is going into containment.
Yes, correct.
All right. Let the games begin.
Okay, what are we rolling?
This is your Arcana against the Thavian lock.
Okay, still at advantage, yeah.
Yeah, still at advantage.
Okay, all right. Well, you know, we love this. Feel real good. Okay. That's dub 16s. We feel good about dub 16s. 39.
We take those.
We hope.
You want?
Till he says, "Are you sure?" And then I'm like, "Oh, damn it."
I mean, 40'd be sweet.
40 would be sweet.
Let's find out.
Hated that.
Do you want to add?
Yeah.
Add any?
Yeah,
cards
I'm not-
if available.
They are not available.
Then
Never mind. This music.
It always just makes me want to play the Final Fantasy 14 raids.
Honestly,
So good.
My first thought was just having thought about it a lot recently. Turok the Dinosaur Hunter immediately went there.
Turok is wild.
Yes.
Like that's where my brain went immediately.
Turok, help!
I am Turok.
Thank you, Turok.
I just like that you can transform into a little monkey
Mm-hmm.
in multiplayer.
Oh, the Rage Wars. So much time in that game. Oh, the question marks hurt.
Why?
Reveal.
No, I'm allergic to question marks.
You feel that first node inside the symbol spiral through and consume into the next. Success.
Okay. That's number one. And we have no cards.
No cards.
I hate this. I hate this so much. Okay, that's pretty good. Come on, 20. Nope, that's a 9. But the other one was an 18.
Here we go.
We're really hovering around that one singular number.
Oh, wow. Private roles are just broken. They just don't work.
Oh! Well, that's...
my
that
question
feels
marks.
like a very base functionality that they should have.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's not...
Yeah,
You're not asking...
private GM role does not work right now.
That...
Is it?
That just... I don't get it.
It's just the new version things. You know, you got to.
Yeah, but that's like version 1 functionality. You know what
Hey,
I mean?
you go messing around with the whole UI. That's what you get. You mess with the bull, you get the
guess.
horns.
I guess.
That node shifts in. Success.
Who child the ghetto?
Okay.
You're doing it, Mr. Theodore.
Stop talking.
Shut up, Davik.
That's more like it.
Oh god. Okay.
I love how
Second
innocent it
roll
is too.
at advantage. That okay? Cool.
Screaming,
Just-
crying, throwing up.
Maybe it'll go through this time. 2.
Natural 20, baby.
This other dice says 16, but it didn't go, so we'll just leave that one off to the side.
A 2 and a 20.
It was almost
I-
20s. I saw it.
And I love 40 is my number, apparently.
Because it was with the D4 from the other one.
Yeah.
Success.
Let's heckin' go. That's my best friend.
Part of me, yeah, there's no, nope. I stowed that thought away. We're just going to keep rolling forward.
The minute that you unlock this Thayan Arcana,
Mm-hmm.
using your pocket D20 immediately,
Yup.
Theodore, your orange symbol persists and covers this entire thought bubble with your own orange arcana, compartmentalizing it as a memory only to be shared with Davik and the rest of your party.
That's right. Red
Flawless.
wizards are a dime a dozen. There's only one orange wizard.
I was waiting for it.
Oh my god.
Flawless.
Wizard. An orange is better than red.
You are on the hot seat.
Okay.
What do you guys see?
As so they're going into my mind.
This is how you came across the God Fist.
Okay. So the memories you see it's the highlights, right? So it's like it's not the step-by-step process. It's you see like a teenage Davik arguing with Ippa, saying he wants to go find this ancient relic. Flash forward to the Seeking. This was a ritualistic kind of a rite of passage for youths of the village where he grew up, where they were tasked with finding something of note that would aid and assist the village. It's usually like killing a wild beast, finding some treasure, something like that. Davik, though, being the outcast, ever bullied, never fitting in, set his goals as lofty as he could set them. This ancient fairy tale that he's heard about his whole life. This device of what he thought to be ancient divine power. You see conversations with not Ippa, not Reza, but another individual, a man, an elf. His name is Grex? Green skin. He convinces Davik that finding the Godfish is the way to gain respect. Not just the village, not just his peers, but from Ippa. So there's nothing that will stop Davik from finding that. Days, weeks, months, recounting the stories Ippa told him about the legends, where it can be found. Is it this cave? Is it that one? Is it here? and he stumbles upon a cave opening and wanders in. And there, as he travels deeper and deeper into this pitch black cave, no light, only his innate dark vision, knowledge of nature. He finds a hoard. Just immense, just treasure as gold, jewels, bits and bobs, just untold riches. And there in the center, on a pedestal, sits the Godfist. And right as he sees it, that voice from behind says, "Thank you for finding it for me." And it was that very man who convinced him to find it, to gain the respect of Ippa. It was Grex. He pushes Davik out of the way, lunges for it, grabs a hold of it, tries to put it on his arm, and nothing happens. He's rejected. He's not worthy. And it's at this moment, from deep in the back of the cave, you just see a glowing, bright red pair of eyes as the dragon is awakened by the commotion. And just as this massive beast, unlike anything Davik has ever seen, he's only heard stories and legends of dragons. Here, there's this giant one staring down. Only it's not targeting him, it's targeting this man who just betrayed him. But Davik is Davik. And he rushes to save him. And right as he goes to grab Master Grex and pull him to safety, he touches the Godfist with his right arm. And in a flash of immense heat, burning flames, bright light, pain like you could never imagine, this gauntlet sears itself onto his arm. He didn't choose the gauntlet, even though he searched for it. It chose him. And in that surge of adrenaline, energy, power, fear, panic, Davik truly did black out. But he awakened. And the village was on fire. Grex was nowhere to be found. And Ippa was there in his arms, half burned, looking up at him. And the last words she said to Davik: "Don't blame yourself up. Don't beat yourself up, kiddo. It's not your fault." And he just ran. Into the mountains. And you pretty much know the story from there. But he now remembers that he was not alone. That name that was on the tip of his tongue, that other person, that entity he's been seeing in his dreams, those and he'll just say it out loud. Master Grex. He was Mr. Theodore, he used magic.
Was Grex in red?
Yeah, that's the question I was just going to ask.
No.
Now, that doesn't mean he's not a red wizard, but
Another one on
most
the list.
red wizards do wear red, so...
Okay.
Okay.
But that's... I don't know how
You notice, in particular, Grex looking far more druidic than as he appeared to you as Master Grex inside of the cavern. There has been a lot of delving back into the past. And it's at this moment that you all realize that Master Grex is indeed a disciple and acolyte of the Frost Maiden. For those that have played, Grex is the druid that awakens the beasts inside of Icewind Dale. Grex was after the Ring of Winter. One piece. However, the artificers that protected Icewind Dale once again ensured its safety, as that device stopped him from gaining access. But it doesn't account for that broken piece of the Rod of Seven Parts.
So, is this a dead end? What? I'm still a ticking time bomb.
We did say that Ippa was he said Ippa was looking for this.
No, Ippa told him not to go looking for it.
But she told you stories of it. Ippa had knowledge of it.
Every connection and piece in the north has been it protecting the Ring of Winter.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as Davik and Ippa and anyone else telling this story knew, this was an item of great renown, once held by the protector of the village.
So did the ring come before the rod, or the rod before the ring? I'd have to assume the rod before the ring, when the fist was created, maybe? When the gauntlets were made?
The only breadcrumbs that you have left.
The dragon?
Is a connection of the timelines of Artis Cimber with the Ring of Winter and what he was doing inside of Chult.
in any of this, because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think what we're trying to figure out in the now is how do we slow, or do we completely remove the god fist for now? How do we contain, or do we close it back up and hope for the best? Do we get anything that hints to that? To what we could do there?
As was previously stated, whatever created these in the first place allowed Davik to punch literal mountains and it not be disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time that you realize this device is older than the runes that were put with it by the artificers.
Mm-hmm.
Like much of natural history, this has been an acquired item that has been
over and over. Yeah.
It's been
artificed
modified through the
over.
years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
Ruin the natural patina.
So Artis Simber.
Perhaps.
understanding that this artifact now has a much longer legacy. Let's have everyone try to interpret as you guys look physically back at the God Fist. As Tama holds this thing open, you realize the runes and inscriptions on the inside are very different.
Mm.
Let's have everybody roll an investigation or perception check. Your choice.
How I make these at advantage? I don't remember.
I don't.
Don't have my little announcement thing.
Hey, that's great, Kalthorr. I will do perception and innately do things as I need to. That is trifling.
Ooh.
Is this a full? No, that's the end. That's a 4 reroll.
Oh, Sam just told me
Yeah.
to roll for her. She's watching, but she's
Yeah.
right back.
The D10
Got
won't
it.
do anything on here.
Egrik.
So we'll let that be. Nice.
A 23 for Egrik, a 24 for Kalthorr.
Man, good rolls. Good rolls all around. You guys begin poring over the iconography on the inside of what Davik has always called the God Fist. Every single symbol that you guys begin to decipher as a group, each of you picking out something that you recognize. Egrik unmistakably seeing a symbol and iconography of an allosaur. Isaiah finding a piece that looks like a tabaxi. Kalthorr finding literal scenes of large waterfalls and the jungle. Davik, you seeing a city divided into 4 quadrants, but circular.
Wait.
I was waiting for him to catch up.
Wait, I knew that, but saying that made me go,
Theodore.
Mm-hmm.
You sing the long and winding river. And that temple. Butao.
Mm-hmm.
This is a legendary artifact from the hidden city of Mesro.
yeah!
Wakanda forever.
I get to see my dinosaurs after all.
Let's go!
You can only imagine that these were discovered at some point in time by artist Simber itself. It appears that artists only found one. Of this pair of legendary items. You suspect that somewhere else out there, the matching pair lies back in Chult. The concern, there's a civil war out there that's fighting through multiple timelines with individuals that intersect your own past on top of Vecna's tendrils whispering in the wind. But you have a clear vision of where to go and who might have it.
Sounds like Davik's about to become Jax over here. I mean, that's a lot to unpack, but I'll look to Tana, given all the stuff we just went through, you know, and have been reiterating so she's aware, and we don't have to do the whole explain it all after the fact, but does any of that help with what's going on right now, with what needs to be done to stop this thing from accelerating?
Tana has no idea how any of this works.
Cool.
Tight.
She's just been working on the artifice portion that opens and closes the device. That's literally all she knows.
Above her pay grade.
So far above her pay grade. but she understood that there needs to be a battery here. And since Davik isn't someone who wields the arcana to manipulate this, there had to be some source powering this.
Hmm.
The rod?
What you notice now, looking at the rod itself, it isn't as jagged as you thought. There is much more purpose in that design. And you see that it mirrors each half of the city of Mesro.
Oh no. Are we all getting that right now?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Oh no.
Wait, I'm sorry, hold on. Mesro's in 4 parts or in 2?
Mesro is divided into 4 quadrants, and it kind of looks like a Pokeball.
Yeah.
One half of the rod of 7 parts here is 2 of those quadrants.
That's what I need to know.
It's missing the other half of the city.
If that's powering his arm. That is a bit of a problem. Maybe not one we need an answer to right now. And maybe we find another battery.
What type of power are we talking?
You know, something that can stop a universal god from destroying the entire world. Or at least like a piece of it. A lot. A lot of power, Davik. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Theodore, but that half of the rod is powering this fist.
Does that track officially, RoBear, right?
Oh,
or
yeah.
is it just part? Okay, yeah. Because I know the Ring of Winter was in there too. I don't know if that was like, you know.
Let me
but-
ask this. If it's a battery and batteries can be replaced, I have an Iron Stone of Absorption. If we put energy into that, could that be a new battery?
You don't know, but you do know it is going to be a very, very cortisol-inducing process of any kind of swap.
You ever try to run a car off a AA?
A couple of D batteries, but that was back in '93 when they still had those.
It's real acid in them batteries.
We're trying to power the AT&T Dome off of AA is I think the best way to.
Yeah.
The it'll work for a second, then the lights are gonna start blowing out.
Fair.
That's Davik. Davik is the lights right now. We don't want the lights to blow out.
So just to be clear, where this is, it's dangerous, it's volatile because it's unstable because we're missing the second half.
I think it's volatile and unstable because it's open right now. think if we shut it, maybe it's got shielding or something.
Yeah, see no evil, hear no evil, it's fine.
But ultimately, we need the piece out of there to do what we plan to do. And also reunite it with the other piece. But to Kalthorr's point, we need to replace that with something that's strong enough to be on a level of a piece of the Rod of Seven Parts.
Like a piece of a piece.
Well, do we really
Correct.
need to?
Maybe we don't.
I mean, you have two pieces inside you.
Yeah, I'm very itching to get those back out of me.
Yeah.
At some point, Davik, we are going to put the pieces together.
But then
Not
what
like-
use will I be to you in a fight if it's
That's
what's powering?
Yeah, that's the thing we're trying to work through. Believe
Well,
me, we want you to be helpful. It's not that we want to take it away and leave you on the ground here. It's gonna be a little more complicated than that, I think.
I mean, not to, you're not the Godfist. It's a tool. It's part of you. It's been part of you, but you're a lot more than just that hunk of metal on your arm.
Davik, remember when you guys found me? Was locked up. I'd been tortured. Having a bad time. I had nothing. Those bonds were cut. I still had nothing. And I still charged head first. And I ripped one of those constructs in half. And I found a new weapon. And then I used it. Then I used it. And I used it. The Godfist, as Theodore said, is a tool. We have many tools in our arsenal, as do you. If we have to find a new one to replace it, we will. But I don't think we need to worry about that just now. We have a long list of things to deal with, and it seems to only be growing longer. It's on the list.
As you guys progress further along the iconography, you guys see the fall of the city of Mesro. And you see it being the same thing that has left the scar on Neverwinter itself. The spell plague. And you see Umtao in his final gift to the city create this legendary artifact to try to fend off the invading force of the undead. This artifact is the last remnant of a lost civilization. A divine creation meant to aid the good against the evil. There is no doubt in your mind that somewhere in the ruins of this lost civilization, this second piece of the legendary fists of not any god, but the fists of Umtao.
Umtao. Whoa! Yes!
Got him.
Remains.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Well, up to this point, I think it's been pretty evident my issues with balance, and knowing what I know now, we'll hold up the both arms. What do you say we even things out?
For the record, he's not talking about cutting that arm off, Kalthorr.
I really thought we were taking it off right at the shoulder there. I was ready.
Well, in the name of balance, you'd have to take the other one.
Not cutting
He
my
can
arm.
kick pretty
Egrik,
well.
Put that straw down.
Okay.
It's in my pocket.
For now.
Yeah.
Theodore,
Hmm.
there is a looming thought that lingers after deciphering a lot of ancient information.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are unequivocally almost at the level of demigod power at this point compared to most individuals.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing the information that you have a very difficult decision to make. What timeline and at what point on that timeline are you going to go searching in Chult?
Yep. Gonna need a nice bulleted list of all the timelines, RoBear, so I can have a chance to sort through that and pick the right one that I think fits the best. He threw out
So
a
like
bunch.
auto sort where the best one to pick is at the top.
So many choices.
Yep.
I mean, probably the one before it's destroyed.
Well, technically, if Ooptao created it at the last second to try to stop stuff, it needs to get to a point where he needs to create it first. So we're basically, this is another one of these, like, the nuke is dropping, we need to get in, get the thing, and probably leave before it goes off, because you got to get to the point where he's desperate enough to create it.
But if he creates it and the nuke's dropping to stop the nuke and we go in before it to get the things, are we the reason that it's destroyed?
Yes.
I mean, the morning happened, who knows? I don't understand any of this anyway. We're in a multiversal, we're in another level.
I just hit
power.
things.
Sounds like I need to build Davik an arc reactor for his arm.
Correct as well. That's
Okay, so
For now.
here's the simplicity to not have to like Doctor Strange this.
Bioshock Infinite.
There's the civil war between the two factions of the Red Wizards of Thay. One faction is desperately trying to interact with the ancient city of Mesro and Esrak.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially to stop both his plan and to put a wrench in the other side. If you choose to go in before anything's happened, you're more likely to deal with the Red Wizards and the Baylor and Asmodeus.
I like that idea. I vote.
If you go in at the same time as the Red Wizards that are in Schult at that time, you'll be interacting with them and tipping the scales in that direction. And then there is the third option, to enter during the start of the spell plague itself.
But if we enter during the spell plague, is there a chance that our magic gets affected too? Because at that point, Mistra is dead. And
Yeah,
things are shutting down.
I'm gonna vote no on that last one.
I got a bit of a bone to pick with a demon, so a devil with a devil. So
there is also just going in your own timeline and going back to the runes.
ooh,
True. And whatever's there now, yeah.
Could be as simple as like a scrying spell to see where the other part of the gauntlet
Scrying
is.
into the lost city of Mesro that has been
I'm not doing
arcanically,
it.
divinely protected.
Okay, so the two different factions of the Red Wizards of Thay, if you interact with those are obviously much more difficult, convoluted missions.
Mm-hmm.
They have benefits in the long game. It's basically like if you take one of these hard passages and interact with that civil war, then there are potential boons and outcomes at the end of this. So it's like it's the carrot on the stick.
Yeah, this is our BG3 side quest. If we want them in the final fight, we need to do the thing now.
Yeah, you're fighting to shut down the ones that are going to aid Vecna, or you're going to want the ones that are opposing Vecna. This is basically the choice that's there.
Yeah. I, as much as I don't want to, I feel like the hard choice is the right choice. One of the hard choices. I don't know. Also, from what we know in our current timeline, there hasn't been like just rumors on the wind of, somebody else with a metal gauntlet running around doing stuff, burning down countrysides or whatever this one other one does.
A blue tiefling with a left middle.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
call him
yeah.
Lefty. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So we haven't heard anything about that. So
Kavad.
Kavad, yeah, exactly.
Said that in my head.
Winning.
So yeah, do we want to fight wizards and demons or just wizards?
This one
I like the fight.
If dealing with wizards and demons, Infernal ultimately is a better outcome.
You're awful quiet, Davik.
Just processing. I don't know if wizards were, I don't know. If we can find the next piece of the rod and make myself whole, and also set the whispered nerd back and possibly aid ourselves. I know it's harder, but I feel like that's what we should do.
When has anything ever been easy for us anyway?
Where can we do the most good?
Understand, though, Davik, whether we find this other fist or not, the goal is still to reunite the pieces, so we still have to find another way to keep your battery on. but we'll get to that hurdle when we need to.
I don't know.
Davik,
Or
whatever happened to that red dragon?
your guess is as good as mine, Mr. Remy. I was a lot younger back then, and I mean, there's no way I killed it. I don't think.
You got a dragon pen in that gauntlet?
I don't know. I thought once I got my memories back that it'd be more helpful, but somehow I always end up more confused.
Davik, that dragon built its hoard around finding that fist of Umtao. Said it was on a pedestal, right?
Yeah, it's the center of the horde.
Remy's hands go into up to his face. A large red dragon knew what that was. And they burned your whole village down to make sure that nobody knows it was there. As if we needed to have another chess piece on the board.
Chess. Wait. You think it's still out there? Looking for the God Fist?
Well, you didn't kill it. You're damn right it's still out there somewhere.
Well, you see a shift. Well, if it's still out there, and it did burn my home down, and it did kill Ippa, you don't have to worry about it finding us. I'm going to kill that dragon.
All right, Tana, for now, can we get this thing closed before his anger causes the fuse to go off?
I would love to. That fist of Umtao spins back, locking into place. You feel its presence back on your arm. Even though you know that there is this energy powering this device. Davik, you've never felt more comfortable knowing its origin finally. And understanding that it was created for good. And when you bonded with this item, that has always been its intention. You being persuaded to go in to an ancient red dragon's lair was not your fault.
I have a very specific question because it's been stuck in my brain, and no question is the bad question, so I'm asking it anyway. We know that Davik's a tiefling. Sure, great. Has any of his innate fire been infernal? Or has it been draconic? Is there any imprinting of that dragon upon Davik? They are ancient creatures with their own power. And he woke up alive.
Yeah. RoBear, I don't know how you want to answer that question, but if you know that like a lot of Davik's kit is dragon related. Dragon hide belt.
I'm very aware. I'm very aware.
I'm more like, has he been a beacon for this dragon the entire time? And opening this thing just zoom?
Davik, the calm of knowing about the God Fist is shattered by a realization. You've always had a found family. Always wondering of your origins. And those questions of your own infernal lineage. And it kind of hits like a 2-ton truck. It's at this distinct moment the avatar of Reza appears.
Ray, what are you doing here?
I am still guarding the forge. Do not worry, my child. It is almost operational. But I feel you coming to the conclusion. Davik. You have never needed my guidance to unlock the elements.
What do you mean? You taught me pretty much everything I know.
Davik, I helped you mold them. You have always had them. Davik, your ancestry lies in a very distinct area of the Nine Hells. You wield these chromatic elements with purpose.
Ray, you're talking weird. I don't know. Just if this is enough, just what are you saying?
Your connection to dragons goes far deeper. Your connection to Tiamat is the lineage which you hold.
Who's that? Is that like a bad guy?
I feel like every other person is just like jaw dropped.
Uh-huh.
This is quite possibly the best words I could ever hear. Davik, you may have been born wielding chromatic elements, but you are far more than your heritage. You wield them with purpose. Use them for good. And master your purpose through love. You are your own being, Davik.
Wait, so how do you even know? How do you know that? How? Why are you just telling me this now?
Because you deserved to not be dominated by a past that is not yours.
Have you always known this?
Yes.
You knew I wanted nothing more than to. Slam his hand. So what are you telling me? I'm what?
Davik, what would you have done?
I would have known.
That's not what I asked. What would you have done? You just found out that an ancient red dragon killed Ippa, and you said you wanted to go fight it. What would you have done if you found out you are a child, a descendant of Tiamat?
I don't even know who Tiamat is. Who's that? I don't know anything.
The mother of all chromatic dragons. The five-headed dragon demon goddess.
Mm-hmm.
one of the rulers of hell.
Somehow Grex saw this in you. Understood your chromatic blessing.
What about Iba? Did she know?
No. You were allowed to become yourself. Untethered by what some deem is a curse. You were allowed to prosper as you. And I chose to protect you. I made a promise to watch, to guide, and to mold.
When you found me on that mountain, were you looking for me?
I was the one of Seraphil.
Are there more people looking for me? Is Tiamat looking for me?
And Reza pauses. Long and hard. There will be a day where she calls to her champion.
Oh. 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 Oh.
That's wild.
But you are your own.
Champion. Champion. So she's my mother. It's what you're saying. She's my mother. And not a word. Not a peep. And I'm her champion. It's funny. It's funny.
But you are also his champion as well. And Reza will point to your metallic wing that has manifested.
Which side?
You have both a metallic that has manifested and a chromatic wing of which you have suppressed.
What?
You are also child and champion of Bahamut.
I am screaming. RoBear.
What?
I know. We'll put the orb of dragon kind in his arm. Battle power. We got it. Figured it out. Took a wizard only 20 minutes. We got there.
Oh my gosh.
I'm beginning to really understand my ignorance. Where has Bahamut been all my life?
Instilling me as your caretaker.
Oh!
You are equal parts Tiefling and Asimov.
RoBear? You are a god.
I think technically that's Theodore.
Technically Theodore, but
Look at me, I'm Theodore.
Thanks, Rizzo. I appreciate the name drop.
I know how hard this will be to reconcile. But this moment had to be guarded.
You don't know how hard. Don't tell me that, Ray. You don't know how hard. You don't know. When that dragon was burning Reza alive, and you were charged to watch over me, where were you then? It's the only woman that ever loved me. Was that part of some grand plan too?
No. Reza will drop her humanoid form and will go into her full Sphinx form. And then drop it as well. And you will see a Sphinx that has burned wings and scars all over its body. Its eyesight gone, completely cauterized in flames. Or from flames.
He saved Davik.
I am so sorry. I could not save both of you. I tried. My wings burned around both of you.
Davik will fall to his knees. You were there.
We tried to save as many as we could. They tried to take you. but we stopped them.
I'm sorry. It's just been so hard. Not knowing where I fit in, who I am, what I am, why I was chosen. It's just a lot. Did this dragon have a name?
Davik, you walk between worlds. You are neither defined by your metallic or chromatic scales. You have lived your life. By your own merits and choice. Much like it is my own to display. My old self. Or my humanoid form. You can do the same. They do have a name. Davik, they will come looking for you now. This has been the reason for our trepidation. The minute that you spread your wings, both of your parents will know.
And why now? Then what? They know. What? They have no claim to me.
You are their creation. You can walk in both of their worlds. And you contain both of their power.
Tell me his name.
There's no going back from this point. This is your choice.
Please tell me his name.
Reza is going to put a hand on your shoulder. And lead forward to your ear. And attempt to whisper it to you. I will send it to you in a DM.
Okay.
But like, aren't our minds all connected? I hear this.
There is no turning back now.
I understand. Thank you for telling me, Min. Thank you for being there.
The rest of you, you see as these words have been spoken into Davik's ear. There is an aura that emanates. Davik, at the same time, your metallic wing that exits, the chromatic does on the other side of you as well. You guys notice his skin. Prismatic scales over his body and parts. It doesn't completely consume him, but there are parts of him, much like the dragon race in Final Fantasy XIV, that manifest over his body. Davik, it feels like almost a tug of war in your mind between all of this that's happened with the elements inside of you. You feel as if they're all competing at once to try to get out at the same time. I need you to roll a d20. Not at advantage, but twice. Once chromatic and once for metallic. Chromatic will be the first.
Oh boy.
So
It's easier when we just thought you had a showering gun.
It was on that 20.
Is that good or bad?
Chromatic die has been laid. Now roll the metallic.
I crit on 19s now. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know.
Yeah, get it.
I don't know if I want to crit. You let me know.
Davik, you feel yourself pulling in one specific direction. It's not as if you've lost your powers, but you feel this lost affinity to the metallic. At the start of your day, you will always roll to find out which side of you is stronger than the other for that day.
I love that.
Cool. So ticking time bomb. Got it. Love that.
Basically.
He wields
This is
his
great.
control.
Yeah, no, I know.
It is not good nor is it bad, but it gives you access to what breath weapons you now possess.
Oh.
And more importantly, what dragon form you can unleash.
Excuse me, what? Dragon form?
I beg your pardon?
Which metallic dragon would you like to turn into right now?
What are my choices, bro?
The metallic pantheon. Bronze, silver, platinum, gold,
Gold is fire.
brass.
Right? Or
Gold is fire.
Gold. Yeah. So you would see just almost like like the Iron Man, where the nanoparticles kind of work their way up from the feet on up. It's just plates of gold working their way up as the scales kind of unfold, and then we'll let that wing full plume out, and let's get a roar in there as well.
No, that's not the roar. The roar is you, Jimmy!
Imagine Bahamut saying that.
Davik,
that's
you
for sure.
have one use of what will essentially be Druid Wild Shape, because that's the mechanics that we will use of that dragon form. And it is determined by your daily roll. You still have access to all of your elements.
That's crazy.
Don't pick all dragon stuff in front of me and then try to not be a dragon.
Yeah, we heard you like dragons.
This is insane. Okay, it's insane.
So is this full dragon form, or is this like some hybrid, or this is? Well, you said it's wild shape, so I assume it's full dragon.
It is a custom form. You'll basically be the have the power of an adult dragon. When you go into that form, you're gonna have less hit points. Like I said, it'll be a modified form, but it'll be one that you can take.
Hell yeah.
I wonder if you grow 2 more legs. Because that's like a wyvern, not a dragon.
I imagine I get a little taller, right? Am I as tall as Kalthorr?
You start looking like Mothman.
All right, listen here, okay?
Bro,
I will
you're
grow twice.
yeah, you have multiple forms now. You can look just like the way that you were. You can show your prismatic dragon scales on top of the body that you have always known as your own. You can appear completely like a prismatic scaled dragonborn, and you have this actual dragon form, because you are not half and half. you are a dragon.
So
That's wild.
What Davik would do in this, feeling that surge of power and that transformation, I imagine that initial burst of this newfound ability is what caused the full change. But then, as I'm looking at my friends and remembering who I am, Davik will center himself and he will come back to his normal form, but with keeping the gold skin. And he'll just sit in that for a while. And then he will go back to his normal form. This is who I am. The wings are cool though. Keep the wings up. The gold wings.
Launch when you're flapping those things.
Do you share the name of the red dragon that is sure to start searching for you again?
Secrets are all the rage.
Hearing Reza say the name in his ear, Davik won't say it out loud, but the Godfist will ignite. As you can tell, he's boiling with anger, rage, vengeance. And I will try. I don't know if I can actually do this, but I will try to emblazon that name on my fist.
The good news is you can't do that. But you can spell it out in elemental flame in front of you like sparklers if you want.
Yeah.
It's so Davik coded.
He was drinking the juice a little bit too much, and bring it back.
So what you will see, I figured I would ask, but like what you will see is like you will see just with elementalism. It's obviously it's not permanent, but that name will come across the fist, and it will fade into it.
You see the name Beguileless. Bigillous.
Spell that again. Bigillo.
There you go.
And that's more of a just that's more for him than anything. Much like that bullet that he kept from Isaiah has Strahd's name on it. His fist has the name of this dragon on it. Even if it's not physically there, it's there.
before we wrap up things for tonight? Reactions or statements from everyone else?
How's Davik looking? He just got saddled with a ton of stuff just then.
You saw him go through all the emotions. He was sad, he was angry. I guess this is what kind of acceptance looks like for Davik. Where he's still angry, but it's more resolute. You get he has a sense of purpose. He's not smiling, laughing or anything like that, but he's also not, his shoulders aren't slumped. He's standing tall, but there's been a shift.
Yeah, I'll go over to Davik, having seen, we wanted to do this unlocking his memories thing so many times prior, and in a less dire situation when we had downtime, which is a funny concept that I made up that doesn't exist.
What's that?
Yeah. So now I'll go over to Davik and I'll say, there's really not much I don't think that anybody can say, and I can't really pretend to know what you're dealing with, but one thing I can say is something I've learned as we've been going through this and through my life is life is rarely simple. Sometimes it's a lot more complex than you think, and who you are and these memories that we've just unlocked, whether they're good or painful or confusing, they don't define who you are. They inform you. They're just stones on the path behind you, kind of marking where you've been, but not really dictating where you need to go next. I've spent years running from truths in my past, too afraid or hurt to go looking into that, but I have learned over time to just kind of carry that gently with me as more like an old friend than a burden. And I think you could do the same. And I know you're probably confused and it's kind of clouding where you're going to go in the forward, or, going forward with this, but that clarity will come in time. And until then, for what it's worth, I can't speak for everybody, but I think you can lean on us for that. And we're here with you every step of the way.
Thank you, Mr. Theodore.
Maybe don't lean on Egrik, she's small.
Well, I'm really strong. This will beat you in arm wrestling.
I'll let you win.
Yeah. Guys, I know, I don't know. I'm not really good with speeches. But Razor, no offense, but those people, gods, whatever they are, they're not my family. I may have come from them, but my family's right here.
Igor's gonna hug you. This is the nicest thing ever said.
He will hug you back.
Yeah, no kidding. You're not really good at speeches.
But I don't know. But for as indecisive as I've been in the past, I feel like I know the direction I'm headed in now. We're going to find this other piece this other half of this gauntlet. And I'm going to use this new information and this new power to kill the dragon that killed my mother.
Davik. Your uncle will stop at nothing. To try to bring you home. And with the revelation that Beguilus is your familia, who killed the only person in your life that's been family to you, we'll pick up there next session.
I heard we follow the Yellow Brick Road. And we'll make it.
I just want to say that Isaiah intentionally was quiet the entire time.
Were you quiet the entire time?
He did not say a thing.
Oh, I'm thinking about the beginning.
Yeah, he got the memory, but
Notable by his silence. Wow. That was a lot.
that was a lot, bro.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That was a lot. Was not expecting any of that.
Dude, I'm gonna make a magic item and I'm gonna hold the God Fist and I'm not gonna have any repercussions in the story. It's just gonna be the God Fist.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, I was like, hey man, I'm gonna serve. This is what I want. Rest is up to you.
Couldn't have called it like the King Fist or like the Duke Fist, something that had a little less gravity towards it.
The
You know?
annoying henchman fist. Like, there's a lot of options.
Yeah, the lackey fist.
The lackey fist. Oh no. Not the lackey fist.
Rick the door guy.
Yeah. Frank, his fist.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options there, but no God Fist. Okay, God Fist.
I like the positive outcome fist.
We ain't added that far yet, buddy. I don't know if you saw the to-do list we wrote today. We added a lot of names.
Oh,
The nat 20
man.
fist.
Oh.
Uncle. Wow.
I mean, technically, every dragon is connected to you in some way, shape, or form.
You got a lot of uncles and aunties out there, my dude.
Well,
Those are
so
gonna be
far
some
you're
of the
not
best parties.
connected to any gem dragons, so I guess that you got that going for you.
That is true. You avoided them.
Check your asshole.
You be making diamonds, baby.
That fucking pearl of Davik wisdom, baby. You guys know where the other half of this piece of the Rod of Seven Parts is.
We know when it is, too, now. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But do we know why? No, actually, we do. Shit.
Yeah, we do.
Mhm.
We do. We know that, too.
Red Wizards of Thay have been added to the board. As
I have a
well
whole
as
to-do list now as a command, and it takes me out each time it gets added to. Because it got added
Beguilus
to 5 different times in one session.
wants to bring you back to Mama
Not for that
Tiamat.
one. But hey,
Wait, so was he watching me while I
Oh,
was
I didn't
growing
had-
up in the
The Red Wizards.
Oh, yep, add them.
Oh yeah, because we need more.
child.
RoBear, can you was he aware that I was growing up in this village?
Raise's
Beguilus?
scars aren't just from the first time or that last fight at the village. They had to fight for you when you arrived.
Oh, snap.
Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
Dang.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I had to.
You just getting
that
casually
reason,
dropped by that stork, dog. You got fought over.
My heart hurts. I'm
That makes
stressed.
Hold
though.
on.
Makes sense. I was like, man, I had to be upset. Like, I was just like, man, you've known this, and like,
You wouldn't be ready yet. You'd be hunted and not ready for it yet. Could be
Ah, I was being
corrupted.
hunted.
so we got us a little Lion King situation.
Lion King
Kill
is
Uncle
wild.
Scar.
I mean, we already have Bahamut and Tiamat. I don't think we need to simplify the two most well-known.
Be prepared.
Hey.
Okay, so Platinum Dragon is a type of metallic dragon. Could I, in theory, turn
No.
into a Platinum Dragon or no?
Bahamut is the platinum dragon.
He's the
Okay, so there's only
Yeah.
one Platinum Dragon, so that's
Same
not
way
on
you
the
can't
There's
turn
a-
into Tiamat.
Yeah, there's a list of
Okay.
if you look up metallic dragon types,
Well, that's what I did, and granted, it was at the very
It
end,
is
but-
one, but
technically, but
it's
Gotcha.
the one.
him.
But
It's
it
that
is
one.
Yeah. I believe that's 5 of them. 5 metallic dragon types.
Yeah, 5 for each.
5 for each. Yeah.
Well, this has
Yeah.
everything. Where are you? Where are you looking?
Mercury dragon. You want to be an Electrum dragon?
Mm.
Actually, give that damn coin purpose.
Would you say positive outcome dragon?
Positive outcome dragon. Yeah.
Go with it.
Do we got the dragon in
Natural-
retrograde?
Oh.
Natural 20 Dragon.
Man,
Jesus Christ.
we got so lucky because that Tomb of Annihilation module came out just this week. I'm like, oh shit. I was
Is it
like,
on
okay.
now?
Yes,
Yeah.
it just came out. So I'm like,
Listen,
yes.
we have been
We are-
talking.
I already heard about it already.
Yeah.
Those bastards trying to get me in like 8 other games.
You don't
Don't- hey.
understand. Wakanda's coming.
we're gonna lay the groundwork for what that looks like, but that's gonna be the Thursday night campaign after this. So
Oh my gosh.
Mesro forever.
Mesro forever.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It was,
Yeah,
we'll
we gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out.
We'll get it. We'll workshop it.
Yeah. We?
Mm.
You.
Listen, you're invited to the cookout. It's fine.
Fair enough.
You're invited to the Mesro cookout. Oh shit. Yeah, so you have
cool,
focus. You still have Driz is looking for another piece that's out there.
Okay, yeah, can we tell him, hey, go for the 6th piece?
He's looking for any pieces.
Okay, he's got any. All right, it's an open call. He's not
It's
looking
not-
for piece 5. He's just looking for
Yeah.
a piece. That's fine.
We have 4 total. Right, and we now 4.5.
4.5.
4.5.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah,
So we know where another half is, and there's 2 missing. Gotcha.
correct.
Oh my gosh.
Who's left on the list? To have those.
Well, like,
I mean, Tiamat, Nick Bolas, Asmodeus, Law.
Beelzebub.
I think
I was gonna say, I think they're just fun. Those are just fun
I mean,
filler arcs.
I think
for
those
us.
are people.
This
that
is our
like,
anime
potentially
filler arc is
have
killing all the
the
D&D
piece.
villains.
yeah.
They're all after us. It's the
I was
main
gonna say,
group.
I don't think
everybody's
the Red
after us.
Wizards and Zastam will have one because that feels like it's the other half of the piece we have.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I agree.
I mean, we have not touched the hells yet, truly.
That's what we got to go to
So
the.
I think
Well,
if
I technically did. I touched the hells.
my gut feeling is 6th piece or 7th piece, we got to deal with Davik's family.
Now, or Zario.
I mean,
Or
it is.
Zario.
I mean, I've talked about it before how lame I thought the chapter was for Tiamat in this module. So I immediately begin weaving that into Davik's backstory to make it much cooler because literally you visit a casino. That's it. That's the chapter. You visit a casino in the 9 hells and is, oh, well, there just happened to be down there in the vault and one of the pieces of the rod in 7 parts.
I play blackjack. That's
If we go to a casino, RoBear, I will make your life hell.
Hey, everyone's going to Vegas. Driving for MagicCon here.
Yeah.
Casino.
Tia Mommy.
Dude, you don't even fight a
No.
real dragon. You fight a holographic red dragon in the official module. No.
Wait, what?
No.
You fight a holographic in the casino?
In the vault, yeah.
This sounds like it was made up.
It
with,
gets
like the bare minimum ideas. And they were like, yeah, that's good.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. You get so excited. You're like, oh shit, the Dragon Queen's Pride. It's a casino?
I mean, if you weren't expecting it, that's a pretty good left turn. But that's the name of the casino.
That's slamming the brakes, cranking the e-brake on the highway.
It's something, all right.
Kind of one, or like Bellagio. Like, which one are we talking here?
Man, it better be nice.
It's not giving Caesar's Palace.
As long as it's not giving Bally's.
It's circus. Oh no! Oh
No,
no!
Are they the ones with the roller coaster?
Circus? No, it's the old clown one. Scary.
That's the New York
It's got
one.
like a subway next to it. It's bad. It's
Worse. Oh, a clown. Let me get a red balloon.
Hollow good centering, 9.5 graded. Nice.
Oh man, lot on your plate, lot of lore, but you know where you're going for the back half of this. And you have people stuck in Barovia.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You're not gonna be able to do everything. You're gonna have to make hard choices.
Says you. we got 3 wishes in the
We got
tank,
3
my friend. These
wishes,
things
dude.
can get reset real quick.
You know,
Next time we say we're splitting the party, it's because we're using a wish to literally make copies of us to split 3 parties up. There's gonna be 3 Kalthorr,
Yeah.
3 Egriks, and we're all going a different direction.
Different timelines, but together.
Yeah. I wish for the Eye of Agamotto, and then we get the time stone, and we're good to go. We just
living
start
in a
messing with
van
timelines.
down on the Thor.
We need that platinum trophy, baby.
Mhm.
Oh, platinum. I'm hoping to complete the game.
Just
Yeah,
want to win.
I would love
Just want to
to-
win.
I don't think I've
100% this game would
I don't know if we win, fam. We just complete. Winning.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, some of
It's-
us will complete the game. Some of us I don't think will be.
It
I agree
depends
with
on
that.
what you define as winning, I guess.
I agree with that.
Is the multiverse existing onward winning? Then I think maybe we do okay.
You play too.
Does anybody get a happily ever after? I don't know.
Oh, we are ending the multiverse in one swoop. All right, I'm not continuing all multiverses open for the rest of my D&D. This thing opens once and closes. Okay, I'm not gonna have this Ant-Man bullshit in my end game. All right,
Well, that's okay. They don't know where they're going with that either.
they don't
so-
either. All right, folks, that's where we're gonna love you and leave you. We'll see you guys next time. Much love, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.